everybody, and welcome back. Right now, thousands of people across America are rushing to buy suppressors, SBRs, all the fun stuff because you know what? The $200 tax stamp is gone. That kicked in January 1st because of the big beautiful bill. Looks like the deal of a lifetime, right? But there's a hidden trap here most channels, gun channels specifically, are not talking about. When you register an NFA item, you're putting yourself directly into the federal database. And some say that hands law enforcement a roadmap directly into your front door. If anything ever goes wrong in your life, and I can tell you firsthand, even if you're not out there breaking laws or committing crimes, sometimes you can find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Today I'm breaking it all down. We're going to go over the facts on paper, even what the AI says and how it summarizes it. This is the most important video you can watch before you hit that submit button on your Form 4. Now I understand I have covered this topic before, but before it was just emotional based and I was just saying my feelings about it and I didn't make a direct video on it. So now we're going to actually go over the facts of the NFA list. Before we get into that though, the most important thing you need to remember is if you'd like to support this channel directly, the best way to do that is shopping at OnlyTacticalFans at Shopify.com, where you can purchase hats, beanies, morale patches, other cool stuff because that keeps the lights on here. Right now I'm demonetized from YouTube, likely indefinitely. Trying to get it back on, but it's not going so well. So right now, that is how I support everything. And I appreciate everyone that has shopped there. Thank you. Like, for real, thank you. I couldn't have done this without you. I missed a lot of things while I was incarcerated. Another one of the things I missed was the short time for the NFA waitlist. That is just mind-blowing. The tax stamps used to be measured in months, sometimes even years, 12 to 18 months, sometimes even longer. Now people are getting approved in days. That just blows my mind. I wouldn't even know how to do it as an SOT seller right now because one of the big reasons people would walk away from a silencer, I'd be like, oh, you know, you need to buy this, and it's made out of titanium, and it can handle full auto fire, and it's like the best thing next to sliced bread, and they're like, yeah, that's amazing. What do I got to do? I'm like, well, first you got to go get $200. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, you got to go get a money order for $200. Then I need you to go get a passport photo. Walgreens, I believe, does that, so you can go there. And then I need you to go get fingerprinted. The Adams County Jail, that's the closest place that'll do that from there. And then you're going to come back here and fill out this paperwork, and then sometime in the next years, I don't know when, we'll get an approval and you can come pick this up. And that was pretty much the dead sale. Our sales would have been up by like probably 2,000 or 3,000% if that wait time wasn't there, and they didn't have to do everything else. But the wait time was the big one. They were okay with the money order and the photo and the fingerprints, but the wait time, that was killing them. And obviously what would have eventually happened is I would have got a kiosk in there so I could have done the fingerprints and the photos. And without the wait time, yeah, I would have been able to move some product. So just a quick summary. As of January 1st, the Big Beautiful Bill Act killed the $200 tax stamp for suppressors, SBRs, SBSs, AOWs. Machine guns and destructive devices still have it. So, no luck there, but the rest of them, you're good to go. The catch? Everything is on the exact same Form 1, Form 4, and you still get fingerprinted, you still get photographed, there's still that ridiculous background check, and wait for the ATF's approval. Now, once you get that approval, your serial number, your address, all goes on a registry into an ATF database. A true gun registry doesn't exist for regular firearms. Obviously, we'll talk about that a little bit more. And wait times are wild. Compared to the old days, the eForms are coming back in days. Sometimes now Jared from Guns and Gadgets, I think he said it was a couple of hours. That's mind-blowing. Like I said, everything has changed since I went in, so I'm still playing catch-up. I'm still getting rid of all this. Silencer Shop and a bunch of other ones, they're still saying that due to the massive volumes, yes, there is shutdowns, but they are still getting approval. So if you are looking at getting Form 1 or Form 4 completed, don't let the computer crashing and all that database going down discourage you because people are still getting approved. So that's pretty awesome there. Now here's the meat and potatoes of this video. The big warning people are talking about in comment sections, and I kind of talked about. Let's go over it. According to federal law, and that's even what the AI breakdown says, a federal indictment alone does not make you prohibited from possessing firearms that you already own. 18 USC 922N only blocks you from receiving or shipping new ones under an indictment. Now, the shipping thing, I don't quite understand what's going on there, because new firearms, like, so does that mean I can't ship anything new? Like, say I got this gun, right, and I need to mail it out because I got indicted. I can't ship it because it's new, or is it saying that a new firearm I haven't owned before? So, like, is that a new shipping method or a new firearm? I'm confused about that part, so that you're going to have to look on a different channel for. The full prohibited ban kicks in under 922G. You can still legally transfer an NFA item while incarcerated or indicted by using dealers or trusts to handle it. You do not have to physically possess the item during the Form 4 process, which I was mistaken about this. I had said in other videos you did, because that's what they used to say way back when I was looking into form trusts. Apparently that was bad information. So, search warrants still have to have probable cause, and it still has to have a judge's signature. So just having an NFA item on file does not get rid of your Fourth Amendment right. That's what it says on paper. That's what the AI will tell you. That's what all your legal experts will tell you. And that's literally what the law says. However, here's where I'm calling bullshit. I don't buy for a second. I've dealt with these people. I've seen firsthand. I've watched judges sign off on warrants that make zero sense. Like literally calling a drawing a machine gun when it's absolutely not. It's common sense it's not. In the real world, if you are accused or indicted of something, whether that's state or federal, anything that's a felony, law enforcement will walk into the judge and say, oh yeah, by the way, he's also got registered silencers and SBRs. Here's his address where those go to. I bet 9 times out of 10, right there, just knowing that information that you are in possession of an NFA item, the judge is just going to sign off on a warrant. They're going to go under the guise of public safety, dangerous weapons, good for the community. In my co-defendant's case, no combination of circumstances where these items are safe on the street. Now that we covered my opinions on the real world with warrants, and I believe they're grounded in fact, again, they're still my opinions though, let's talk about actually transferring the item and getting it out of your name should you get incarcerated. Because remember, I'm the exception. I'm not the rule. I got pretrial release. Most people don't. A lot of times, once you get indicted, you're going to stay incarcerated till the end of your prison sentence or until you win at trial. That's just the way it was. I'm the exception, not the rule. Could you transfer an NFA item while you're incarcerated? It's possible. On paper, yeah, it says you can. It says that you can do the trust or do the Form 4s or whatever while you're incarcerated. Is that going to be logical? Are you going to be able to do that when you're worried about, like, all right, so typically you're going to go within trial within a year. Am I going to be able to get this NFA item transferred out of my name in that year period of time before I get convicted or before I sign a plea deal? You'd have to stall sitting in county, which is absolutely horrible. County is not a good place to be. You're mixing with everyone. You're going to be in there with pen boys that are extremely violent. So can you sit in county and drag out your case until this happens? Because once you sign the plea deal or once you get convicted, well, now you are in fact a prohibited person. That's just a whole nother pile of crap on it. This all depends on the judge though. You could get pretrial release. I've seen judges with the exact same crime rule in 2 different ways. I got pretrial release. My co-defendant didn't. My judge says, I went and looked at this auto key card and I don't know what it is, but I deal with real criminals. He's free to go. My co-defendant, you know what they said to him? There's no combination of circumstances where the general public is safe with you being on the street. Apparently, there is one combination of circumstances that's 5 years from when they said that, but apparently that's not a combination of circumstances that can be considered. So they kept him incarcerated the whole entire time because he's a super terrorist. I was free to go because the judge didn't see what I did as a crime. So the judge does make a big difference. Same thing with the January 6th guys I ran into. Some of them got pretrial release, some of them didn't. Basically the exact same indictment, exact same crime, different judges. The judges make the difference. So it's a big gamble there. Same thing with signing off on a search warrant. Your judge is going to make the difference. They could be like, no, you're not getting a search warrant just because he has a silencer. Other judges might be like, yes, you need to go in there and you need to take possession of this, because there is no combination of circumstances where that silencer is safe in the general public with him being accused of a federal crime, or not even a federal crime, a state crime that's a felony. So if you're sitting in a cell with no bond, good luck trying to transfer that Form 4. That's my general take of it. It's possible, again, good luck. That's my experience talking here. Decide for yourself if the risk is worth it for you. Now let's talk about the list, because that's another thing I see in the comment section, that there's a list, and there obviously is with NFA items. But the argument to this is, well, you're automatically on a list if you're a firearms person. Because yeah, you probably are on some kind of list if you've bought a gun before. The ATF's even got busted keeping records of 4473s, even though they're legally not supposed to. They're not supposed to have a centralized database, and they just do it anyway. Federal agents can use powerful AIs, and AIs are incredibly powerful, let me tell you, on big retail databases. I'm not saying this has happened. This is a hypothetical situation, so understand that this absolutely did not happen that we know of. But this is my example, and again, this place has not been hacked or anything like that to the best of my knowledge. It could have, but I don't know that. Anyways, they could pull shipping records from, say, Midway USA. They can literally hack right in there. They have the best hackers in the world. They can do that. And feed their shipping records into an AI and have the AI cross-reference prohibited people that pose a danger to society or come off as a threat. AI is one of the biggest advancements in the 21st century. It truly, truly is. Its ability to organize massive amounts of data and put it into lists, make suggestions, and just crunch numbers on a large scale will blow your mind. Try it yourself. Copy and paste one of my videos into an AI and have it summarize the video. Within seconds, it can take an hour-long video and compress it into key talking points, what I talked about, and even how the audience reacts to it. That's how I made the whole video about force reset triggers. Why can't I think of the name right now? FRT. I'm just going to go with FRT. That's not the name. Oh, rear breed. That's how I found out about rear breed and how their public reaction was so negative. I told the AI to compile all the comments from every video that's been made about rear breed in the past month and what people feel about them. And that's how I got actual percentages, like 80% of people are upset and so on and so forth. And the government's version is not shackled like the public ones are. It will do things that the public ones can't. Like if you were like, hey, I want specific examples of comments, a lot of AIs aren't going to do that. Some will, but a lot of AIs won't, because, you know, they're actually like pulling direct information and giving you names and stuff. The governments definitely will. In my case, the prosecutor brought up comment threads in my videos. I wasn't even a part of these comment threads, where commenters had said something like, hope she dies of cancer or something like that. Just basically dragging my name through the mud, which was completely unfair to me. I didn't make these comments. I didn't have anything to do with these comments. They even pulled comments from other videos with people talking about mine. Like John's Crumps was a channel where they pull comments from, where using comments on a different channel I'm not even a part of against me. And the judge bought it, which I think is ridiculous. But anyways, you think they drug up that stuff themselves? Hell no. They sent an AI into YouTube and they're like, hey, give me a list of all the negative comments about me that also reference CRS firearms. Bam! There you go. Right there on top of it. And also my co-defendant. They found comments on my videos from him. They didn't go through all my videos and search the comment sections. They sent an AI in there. Hey, give me every comment that this username has made. There it is, right in front of them. So yes, 100%, you're already on a registry, a list, just by being a firearms owner. What an NFA does, it bumps you up to the super advanced, super cool list. One where they know exactly where you are, what you have, and it's easier for them to get a warrant, which is arguable, obviously, but we all know the truth. A judge is definitely going to sign off on a warrant if there's an NFA item involved, because the police are going to be like, public safety, dangerous weapons, we need to go get possession of this, and they're going to be like, yeah, of course, makes sense. So, you need to decide for yourself whether or not you want to stay on the average list with the rest of the people, or if you'd like to jump up to the super premium list. That's a decision you have to say for yourself, and I don't want to try to push you one way or the other. I'm just giving you my personal experience. This way you have enough knowledge and enough first-hand experience to make a decision for yourself. As of right now, I absolutely would not buy an NFA item, just because of what I've went through and how different things could have went or should have went should I have had an NFA item inside of my household. Maybe after my appeal wins and my wounds have time to heal, I might change my mind about all this. But I'm going to be honest, I really don't think so. After going through all this, it really turned me off on the whole NFA item stuff. Again, maybe that changes later. You'll have to let me know down in the comments what you think about NFA items and how that's all going to go. Now, if you'd like to help support the channel, there's a couple of different ways you can do it. One, obviously, Cash App, where you can make donations. Super awesome way to do it, but that costs you money. And then there are ways you can support the channel without it costing you a penny. The best way to do that is go down to my description, go down to my Amazon affiliate link, click that bad boy, do the Amazon shopping you were already going to do anyway, and I get a little kickback for it because you came there off my channel. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.